Welcome to 4 News, the program that features internet icons, unique individuals helping people all over the world on the internet to greatly improve their lives through their products, services, courses, and much, much more. Hi, this is Gary Rogers, and welcome to another edition of 4 News, the program that brings you internet icons, and boy, do I have an internet icon for you today. The woman that you're about to see and be introduced to literally can make you feel and look at least, and I mean at least 10 years younger than you actually are. I have been waiting so long for this program. It is my privilege now to introduce Dr. Grazyna Pajunen. And I said that wrong. Grazyna, I've got to practice your name again. Dr. Grazyna Pajunen. Did I get it right that time?
You got it great. Thank you.
Yeah, I've been so excited to film this program. I have seen and listened to other people testify of what you can do for them. Take just a moment and tell our viewers a little bit about Dr. Grazyna.
I was born in Poland, and I was invited to United States to teach at university. I was teaching electrical engineering for 25 years at Florida Atlantic University and also UCLA in California. And I loved it. And I loved the research, and I love doing it. However, my husband had problems with the shoulder, and we were looking for the solution. And this was the reason why it took me from my electrical engineering more into the body regeneration and finding out why the body degenerates and what we can do about it. And the fascination, the more I learned about it, the more fascinated I was about the whole process. So I have been able to reverse my personal age by 14 years because the biological age is really the most important, what we should really look into, because it really doesn't matter how old are you. It really matters what is your biological age, and this can be measured using blood tests and biomarkers. And this is very important because your biological age determines your energy level, vitality, how you look, how you feel, and how you generally, what you do with your life.
Now, you say you've reversed your biological age by 14 years. How in the world did you do that? And can you do it for anybody?
Yes, almost anybody. I mean, I'm not talking about people, exceptions, right? Because there is always exception to every rule. But most of the people can reverse their age. And there are unfortunately some work which needs to be done. And you have to be disciplined. You have to maybe change certain things in your life, like some habits that you have. But if you want to feel and look wonderful to the end of your life, you can do it.
Wow, that's so exciting. There are a lot of people watching this. Whoa, how can she do that? Now, you talk about biohacking. Tell us what biohacking is and how it can help people look and feel younger.
Well, there are many definitions, but main definition, especially the one that I use, is optimizing your performance, optimizing your life. That means that our body is really able to rebuild itself. Our body is able to function in much more efficient way that for most of us it does. And the reason is that we maybe do not eat correctly, or maybe we don't exercise, or maybe we have some type of blockage in our mindset. Maybe we are fearful. Maybe we do not sleep enough, and we are degenerate our connective tissue, and our body is like, wow, I want to really work optimally, but what can I do with all this garbage that you give it to me, right? So once we clear up all the garbage and everything and optimize it on every level, the body can say thank you and can work for us, with us today on the optimal level. Think about even the brain. Why do we use so little part of our brain? Why don't we use all of it? We are much more powerful than any of you can even imagine. I was fascinated with that topic. And when I found out that we really can work on and perform, let's say your work, you perform on optimal level. Let's say your physical activities, let's say you can perform on optimal level. And believe it or not, the aging is a disease. Because if we reverse aging, we don't have to worry about those things which people are saying that will happen to us when we get old, right? Because they will never get there. Because we imagine living every year, you become 1 year younger.
Now, why do you say you can age in reverse naturally without injections or medications or surgery?
The reason is because it is proven, and that was proven at the one of the laboratories, which is Harvard Medical School. Dr. Sinkler has proven on the mice at this moment that everything about our youth is still stored in our body. So the question is, why are we using it? What is the reason? And the reason is that something in our lifestyle is not optimized. So the question is, how can we optimize? And that's what we are working. And the problem is that every single person is different. There is no one rule fits all, because we have to learn to listen to our body. We have to learn to be aware of what is happening to us. And that is actually the reason why I wrote a book, Biohacking A Way to a Better You, because everything is written there. There's about 500 references. You can go as deep as you want to each of those pillars, so to speak, of the biohacking. And you can go as deep as you want or as little as you want, but you can start optimizing. And I would tell you, do not do everything at the same time. Choose something which is most important, and go and optimize it before you go to the next. But the results are critical. I give you example. One example is the people who have problems with mobility. And they do not know why this has happened. And people around them would tell them, that's normal. And that happened to me, as a matter of fact. When I was 65, I had problems, having problems with my hips. They started, blocking me. So they become more stiff. And because so I couldn't run anymore. And I was running all my life. So people said, but you know what? But it's normal, because, everybody at that age has had the problem. It was not normal. So,
Stop you there. You just said when you were 65. The audience doesn't know this yet. But you tell everybody on your website how old you are. I'm going to tell the audience how old you are. This woman that you're looking at right now is 74 years old, and everybody tells her that she looks like she's in her 50s. And I think you'll agree. You're looking at her right now. You look like you're in your 50s. I was blown away when I first heard your age. You just look so young, and you feel, you sound young. You make everybody else feel younger just looking at you.
Oh, yeah, that's true. But and I think I don't think old. That's the first thing. You shouldn't think you are old. Think you are young. Because imagine if you can live to 140, what is 70 is middle age, right? And you can, it's also a mindset. It's also a mindset. Oh, I am so old, so I cannot do that anymore.
Yeah.
It never
What is
occurs.
it that, I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I said it never occurs in my mind. It's like I you want me to go running? Yeah, I can go running. You want me to go to take classes, ballet classes? Yes, I am taking ballet classes. There is, you can function and do whatever you want to do. Uh, and you have to understand that uh, your body is helping you, but helping you in that, but in a sense that you have to optimize not only your physical body, but also your mental body. We have both on a spiritual level. And you have to understand that the body you have, you are not the body. You have the body and you have to take care of your body. But some people, which I notice, more taking care of their car or their house than of their body.
Oh,
So this is a matter of changing the priorities. Maybe you need to invest in certain supplements that, for example, one, like I started to say, that there is a mobility problem. So problem is the generation of connective tissue. So think about the connective tissue is degenerating. So, what is the connective tissue build of? And how your joint replacement can solve this problem? It can't. Because the connective tissue is built mainly from collagen, hyaluronic acid, chondroitin sulfate, and other glycosaminoglycans. And if you do not give the body the raw material to be able to rebuild itself, the body cannot rebuild itself. So this is the important thing, is that if you do decide to do, let's say, joint replacement, that's not a solution to your problem. And solution to your problem is to rebuild connective tissue. Solution to your problem is lower the inflammation. Solution to your problem is taking care of your gut. Solution to your problem is optimizing the hormones without hormones. Just empowering your own body so it starts harmonizing your hormones. So it starts manufacturing from inside out the collagens, so that the maybe the optimizing, it's the from manufacturing from inside out the stem cells, because the stem cells are like workers. So Gary, let me give you an example. Imagine you have a beautiful house, right? You don't have to imagine. You probably do have. So imagine your house get on fire. Just imagine there is a fire. So what do you need to do? You call the fire department, right?
right.
And then you have to get the fire down. What is it? It's inflammation. It's inflammation. So we need to put inflammation down. But many people say, okay, they already start feeling better. But They didn't rebuild the house yet, right?
Right?
So then you have to start rebuilding. So what it is, you have to start from bricks and cement. And the bricks and cement, before you start painting or changing your furniture, you need to rebuild it bricks and cement. And this is our collagen hyaluronic acid matrix that will rebuild this.
Oh, that's
Then
beautiful.
you start optimizing other steps, right?
Yep.
But you have to do it step by step.
What is it that separates your program from other anti-aging programs? What makes you different?
Number one, that I work on rebuilding the body from inside out. I do not do any invasive system. I empower your own body rebuild itself from inside out. That's number one. But number two, very critical, is support. That we provide every month support and everybody has access to me because a lot of people, start something and they have great intention, but they don't have the enough support to continue. And unfortunately, this is a process. This is 3 to 6 months before you really feel and look much better. You see the results immediately, but small, you know. And sometimes it's like going to gym, You say, oh yes, I go to gym, and how long? You go for 2 weeks, and you say, no, maybe tomorrow, right? The same here. You need to have somebody to keep you accountable, somebody who is holding your hand until you start getting your results. So I am here to help you transform. And I am not here to, just do some procedure and say, okay, now you are done, right?
Um,
So, because imagine, even if you want to do some plastic surgery. I
okay.
worked with plastic surgeon, and he told me, when I rebuild the skin, then I have much better results. That is the reason of his procedure, because the skin becomes like a paper with age, right?
Yep.
So it's very difficult to correct it. But if you rebuild it, it's much easier. And the same, that's why I love to work with professionals, because we work together. You refer me, your client, I help them to rebuild the skin, or I help them to rebuild their joints. And then if you are in this industry of beauty industry, right? So your services you can put on much higher level. Or if you are a fitness coach, if you have some joints that are hydrated and they are, in a good shape, it's much easier to perform many of the exercise programs, right?
Let me ask you, how do you work with health, beauty, and fitness professionals to help them grow their own businesses?
That's what I'm saying, that they refer me the customers. I work with them and I pay them the referral fee. So
Ah,
build
oh,
they are building the business, so additional income comes to their businesses, and it's sometimes pretty substantial. And eventually, when they learn it, they can do it themselves and they can create a pretty good income stream in addition to what they are doing.
so you got a full-fledged affiliate program then.
Correct. Correct.
Outstanding. Can someone really improve their joints and their skin and energy at the same time?
I mean, that all works at the same time. That's impossible to separate it. Because a lot of people came to me with joints. That's how it happened. They come to me with joints, and then their friends would say, "What did you do? Did you have a facelift?" You see, so then we started, studying it, and we noticed that because our body starts, synthesizing those collagens by itself. So then the skin and of course the energy level and the age is reversing and you feel better. And so I have clients for 14 years. 14 years I am in this business. And people who started with me 14 years ago, they are still here. So because and one example is my husband, because he said he will give up many things, but he will never give up this solution, what we found for him.
You're sitting on a gold mine, literally. Describe what beauty and health from within is and how you can get other people involved.
So first of all, the beauty and health, you have to understand that your body can rebuild itself. That just needs the right conditions. So the best thing is, because everybody is different. So what we are doing, you tell me where you are and you tell me where you want to be, and we establish the road, how you can get there. Okay. And this is the first step. So the first step is to book a short call with me, and just let's talk. And I promise you, it's not a sales call. It's not something bye 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 bye. I don't want to waste my time. We will make a commitment to work together towards your goals, whatever the goal it is. And that could include your financial goals as well, if that's what you like. I can tell you exactly what we are going to do, how we are going to work, and if we have possibility to work together, that's fantastic. If not, that's great too. But at least you will learn what we do.
If someone starts your program today, for example, how soon could they actually see results?
That's a very good question, and everybody asks this question. And I tell you, I cannot answer exactly. I tell you on average. So most people, what we are doing is we start them on a double dose of the collagen hyaluronic acid matrix, so that they can see much faster results. So if they take 30 milliliters in the morning and 30 milliliters at night, and they do it correctly, the 90% of the people have some results already the first month. That is the reason. Then they can drop the dosage if they want to. And then in about all clinical studies, which if you are interested, we can send. All clinical studies are based on 3 months results, which were all done. But if somebody has serious problems, so like they come and they say, oh, I have 28 years back pain, or my disc is slipping out all the time, or something like this, or my knees hurt. Usually, I don't know why, but usually it takes 8 months to really they feel like my husband. He felt like he has a brand new shoulder, but till today, 14 years later, he still feels like he has brand new shoulder. So that's the good thing about it.
A testimonial from one of your people, a fellow that won the world, what was it, a powerlifting champion. He had been working his body over and over and over, and I guess he was working it to death, and he really had a lot of discomfort. He came to you, and his life literally started bouncing back again almost immediately. You have so many different testimonials of people testifying what you can do. Give us just briefly some success stories. I'd love to hear them.
Well, I have so many, but let's say the lady who had the gentleman whom you were mentioning, he had problem with the shoulder. He couldn't even keep a glass of water in his arm. The doctors don't give him any chance that to recover. They told him that he will never go back to gym. And he came to us. The only thing he wanted is to go back to gym. He knew that probably he will never go back to competitions. Well, in 8 months, not only he went back to competition, he broke the world record in his age group. So he was from Canada. The other one, maybe the lady who was 28 years back pain, and she tried to do everything. These are people who are taking care of themselves. They already eat correctly. They already exercise. They do a lot of things right. There is only some small thing that is missing. So she was eating very well. She never got overweight, and she had problems. And she was with the doctor care and the chiropractor care and acupuncture, everything what she could find. And nothing really, everything kept her moving. But the doctor finally said, listen, Elizabeth, you probably will have to be on a wheelchair. So they started to rebuild their house so that she could move on that wheelchair because her back was so in bad shape. And then she came to my lecture and she decided to start working with us. And guess what? In 8 months, again, 8 months, like magic, 8 months, and she never had a back pain. And what happened to her? She was climbing the ladder one day and she fell. Normally, before working with us, she would be probably the ambulance would have to come and take her because she would not be able to move. Well, so she was like really afraid to move, but she was moving and everything was fine. She got up and she was walking and she couldn't believe that nothing hurt anymore. So that was two. There is another girl who came in Poland. Her name is Irene. And I was giving a lecture in Warsaw, and that's why we had recorded her lecture because they had testimonial because they were recording me. So she grabbed my microphone. She said, I have to share my story. And she just said that she only believed in medical doctors and she only went to the professor of orthopedia. And she had problems with her knees. She was on a wheelchair in her 50s on disability, highly educated woman. She full of energy before. And now she was sitting on that wheelchair, don't want to live anymore. And the doctors were trying to get her moving, and she went through 11 orthopedic surgeries on full anesthesia. On the last one, her hair, she said, was laying on the pillow, and she lost her hair. And then every single procedure was great for some time, and then the pain came back. And finally, her girlfriend told her to start working with us, and as a last resort, she came. And 8 months later, again, 8 months later, she came to Warsaw. And as I said, she grabbed my microphone. She was running the stairs. She came back, went back to work, and she was full of energy. Is it magic? Maybe. But we love that magic. But
A miracle for most of these people. We're virtually out of time. This program has gone by so fast. I've got to tell our listeners and our viewers that you've got to get a hold of Grazyna. She is just absolutely amazing at what she can do. And if you're watching this on a landing page, which most of you are, all you've got to do is go down to the bottom of the landing page. There are 2 links on there. One of them, you can see the results of reversing your age, the secrets to it. You've got to download that. It's an immediate, instant download, and you're going to see before and after shots that will absolutely blow your mind. And this is not just women. This is a lot of men that she's working with. You can see men that look so much older, and then after working with Grazyna, total life change. You can help people perform miracles for them. It's just amazing. Everybody should be getting in touch with you. Another link down at the very bottom. And if you're not watching this on the landing page, we're going to put the links right now. You can see them right underneath the screen. Links to both the secrets to reverse aging, and you'll see all of the before and after shots. And the other one is a link where you can get a hold of Grazyna on Zoom and just talk to her. It is on Zoom, isn't it?
Yes.
And talk to her on Zoom. She can answer any of your questions. There's no obligation whatsoever. You have an opportunity to literally get a hold of a miracle worker. What she has done for other people is just breathtaking. It's got to be so rewarding for you, I would imagine, to do what you do and see the results from people you're working with.
Yes, and it will be so much my pleasure, because this is a mission of my life, is to help as many people as possible to transform their lives for better. And if you are one of them who would like to try it and at least get more information, just book a call. You have nothing to lose and everything to gain.
Well, Dr. Pajunen, you have been an absolute incredible guest. I have waited a long time to film this episode. People need to know what you do and how you can help them. I hope they'll get a hold of you just right and left. You are just so fascinating, so interesting, and thank you so very, very much for sharing your time with us. Until next time, on behalf of Dr. Pajunen, this is Gary Rogers. Bye-bye, everybody.